2 for What It's Worth. This is the show where you need a quizzer's brain and an eye for antiques. 3 pairs of contestants are ready to play, and each team has a quizzer who has to answer a general knowledge question correctly so that their partner, the picker, has a chance to choose an antique or collectible to build a collection. And the aim of the game is to amass the most valuable collection. So now, here in the studio, we have some very quirky and valuable things. And joining me to make sense of them all is Mr. Quirky and Mr. Valuable himself, David Harper.
Oh.
How are you?
Very well. Great to be here. And some good teams here as well, I've got to say. Very interesting indeed. This is going to be a real scrap today, I reckon.
I hope so. Tell us about some of the lots that we have today.
OK. First of all, we have a helmet, centrepiece, pair of lamps, inkwell, bottle, toy clown, box, dish, watch, brooch, pot and painting.
One of these items is our top lot, which is worth a whopping £2,500. That, of course, is the lot to spot teams, because at the end of the show, the winning pair will walk away with the cash equivalent of one of their items. But beware, because the lots decrease in value right down to our worthless lot, which is worth under £10. That is the lot to avoid, of course. So, who's playing today? Let's meet our teams. Team 1, who are you?
Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm here today with my girlfriend, Sam.
Yeah, we are huge fans of the show, so much so we actually created our own version at home while watching on TV.
Fantastic. You are very welcome. There we are, Tom and Sam. And Team 2.
Hello, I'm Stuart, and this is my wife, Elaine, and I'm here because I was told to be here.
And we're both music teachers, and we've got over 100 violins at home.
Wow. Welcome, Stuart and Elaine. Team 3, who are you?
Hello, I'm Jill, and this is my daughter, Sue.
We're both from Rutland, and we love a bargain hunt.
Oh, you're on the wrong programme. Yes. Now, earlier, our teams got to inspect our lots close up, but they were watched over by our expert David, who was spying on them. But could they separate the chic from the cheap? Let's see.
Nice colour. Wow.
I think that's Victorian. It's a bit garish, actually.
That's not machine made, I think that's hand. That's a Sotheby's, I reckon. And obviously that's a very, very top auction house.
Can you see a name?
It's old, isn't it? Because the cows are old. You know, if you know what I mean.
Well, I hope they're not most expensive.
I think they're probably Art Deco, but I don't really know. They're lovely, though, aren't they?
Now, military, we know, is really sought after.
It's got a chin strap on it, so that's, I mean, it's a riding.
Or flying.
I had the conversation with your mum about bottles, and that's an onion-shaped bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Like it.
Might see a mark in the middle.
Come on, find those marks.
It's very pretty. If they're real diamonds, it
They were.
could be valuable.
I wouldn't know what stone it was.
I think it's probably got value, but it's, like, obvious value, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And is that the original box?
I don't know whether you know how good you are.
I can never understand why inkwells are worth so much, because they're useless now.
And it's got its pots, but are they original?
Well spotted.
No marks, no signature. No,
Oriental, isn't it?
nothing for me. I think we can pass on that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to look for, because it hasn't got any marks on.
Oh, Elkington. Oh, well, that's quite a well-known good make, I think.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jill, you know your stuff. Silver plate, England.
Not worth much, then.
Not worth much.
Right, wooden box.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Straight
a lot.
away.
Something you pick up on the market.
Interesting.
Well, there's a lighthouse
And then a sun.
and a sun.
I bet it's something to do with sailing.
Is it gold? It looks as if it's gold.
Good question.
That's horrendous.
I know, but look, it looks so delicate.
I bet that's probably worth quite a bit, don't you? Toys sometimes are, aren't
So if we target the painting, the bottle,
And the clown.
Pot, jewellery,
Watch.
and the inkwell.
So top the brooch.
Yes.
Then
Oh, yeah.
Then
Then the watch.
And then the bottle. And then the worthless one, the wooden box.
Yes.
That's it. Come on, then. That's it.
You reckon?
Fingers crossed.
let's go.
So, David, were they good spotters in that room?
Oh, it was such interesting viewing.
Now, how do you arrive at the valuations that you do for these lots?
OK, well, the values for each lot have been agreed between myself and another independent valuer. They're based on the hammer price we would expect an item to reach in auction, but not including the auction fees or commissions.
And just to add an extra twist, we have our mystery lot. Now, the mystery lot could be worth thousands, or it could be worth peanuts. That is for our winners to decide a little bit later. But for now, it is time for round 1. I'm going going to ask 8 general knowledge questions. Pickers, before each one, I will ask you to select a lot that you would like to play for. And quizzers, if you buzz in with the correct answer, you will get to add it to your collection. But beware, if you buzz in incorrectly, you will be frozen out of the next question. So, pickers, please make your first pick. Let's see what you've chosen. Tom and Sam have gone for the toy clown, Stuart and Elaine, the oil painting, and Sue and Jill, the brooch. OK, quizzers, fingers on buzzers, here comes question 1. The majority of the Amazon rainforest is contained within which country? Yes, Tom.
Brazil.
It is Brazil. Well done. The toy clown is yours. Pickers, make another pick. Tom and Sam have now gone for the watch, Stuart and Elaine, the pot, and Sue and Jill have gone for the watch as well. Question 2. Which Norse god is known for wielding his mighty hammer? Yes, Tom.
Thor.
Correct. The watch is yours. Pickers, would you like to pick again, please? Tom and Sam have gone for the oil painting. Stuart and Elaine are sticking with their oil painting. Sue and Jill have gone for the centrepiece. Question 3. What is the name of the pop group that comprises members of Busted and McFly? Tom.
McBusted.
It is McBusted.
His favourite.
I'm never going to live that down.
You're cleaning up here at the moment, Tom. That's 3 out of 3. Pickers, pick something else. Tom and Sam have gone for the bottle. Stuart and Elaine and Sue and Jill have gone for the pot. Question 4. First published in 1891, who wrote Tess of the D'Urbervilles? Yes, Sue.
Thomas Hardy.
It's Thomas Hardy. The pot is yours. Pickers, pick again. Tom and Sam stick with the bottle. Stuart and Elaine have gone for the brooch, and Sue and Jill have gone for the brooch too. Question 5. Which fruit is pureed and sieved to make passata? Yes, Tom?
Tomatoes.
It is tomatoes. Well done. The bottle is yours. Pickers, pick again. Whoa! You have all gone for the brooch. So it'll be the fastest correct answer. Quizzers, question 6. In 2016, which star of Friends became a regular presenter on Top Gear? Yes, Tom.
Matt LeBlanc.
It is Matt LeBlanc. The brooch is yours. Would you like to pick something else, please? Tom and Sam have gone for the dish. Stuart and Elaine have gone for the pair of lamps. And Jill and Sue have gone for the pair of lamps too. Here comes the question. The Uffizi Gallery is a museum in which European city? Anything coming into your heads?
I'll say Florence. I'll say Florence.
Florence is correct. Yes. Well, I like it. You're all off the mark. And this is the final question now, so pickers, make your last choice in this round. Tom and Samantha have gone for the dish again. Stuart and Elaine are going for the helmet. Sue and Jill really like the centrepiece. So, final question. Which organisation has the slogan, the High IQ Society? Yes, Tom.
Mensa.
Yes, it is Mensa. Congratulations. The dish is going into your collection. Right, let's have a look at the end of round 1, how our team's collections are building. Tom and Samantha have the toy clown, the dish, the watch, the painting, the bottle, and the brooch. Stuart and Elaine have the pair of lamps, and Sue and Jill have the pot. Well done, everybody. Well, now our teams have started to build their collections, but have they chosen wisely? Well, before they have the chance to add more of them, David is going to give each pair a fact about a lot of their choice. Well, Team 1, we're starting with you, Tom and Sam. I know you say you've invented a game together to play with this at home. You even play together on Skype, is that right?
So we have a part-time, long-distance relationship.
Part-time relationship.
Part-time, long-distance relationship.
Right, okay. During the week, we split between Reading and up north on the Wirral, so we spend 3 days apart a week, so we'll meet over Skype.
Now, Sam, the reason why you have this long-distance relationship is because in training, you're part of Team GB, the hockey team.
Yes, I'm very, very, very lucky to do what I do. Absolutely love playing hockey and very lucky to have such a supportive boyfriend.
Why, thank you.
Who I'm in a full-time relationship with.
Tom and Samantha, lovely to have you here. Now, which lot would you like to hear more about from David? It could be in your collection, someone else's, or something on the grid.
The pot, please.
The pot that is in Jill and Sue's collection.
This is a Delftware pot, perhaps better known as a Delft Blue. Now, this piece shows a farming scene, and although you'll notice the figures are absolutely hand-painted, they all match each other exactly, so a lot of care has gone into the making of this piece. Now, Delft pottery is extremely collectible and therefore has good commercial value. However, they are produced en masse. So, does the number of items available to buy do anything to the value?
Stuart and Elaine, Team 2. So you say you're both musicians, and Stuart, you managed to play on EastEnders.
I got asked to be an extra on the show there, and I was the local village organist, so I got to play the piano. All you can see is the back of my head.
Well,
But
that is the lot of an organist, though, isn't it?
Yeah, sadly.
Very good. Elaine, you're a violin teacher.
Yes.
And you have a collection, you said, of 100 violins.
Over 100, yes. And I love them because they've got history. They were played by our grandfathers and great-grandfathers. And I've got one tiny one that was played by a famous circus clown called William Wallet to Queen Victoria.
Wow.
They're really special.
Lovely. Well, what would you like to hear more about from David?
The brooch, please.
OK, everybody liked the brooch, but nobody could get their head around what it is. So this item is known as a 5-spray brooch. Now, brooches like this are often made of silver or gold, but this little baby is made from platinum and diamonds. And the total diamond weight is approximately 2.75 carats. It's the style of diamonds on this brooch that should actually be noted. By closely setting small diamonds together with minimum visibility, the effect is one of continuous sparkle. Now, Elaine, we don't know the exact era this brooch originates from, but I can tell you that the late 19th century diamond brooches with a similar flower spray design are extremely rare nowadays.
We'll let you have a think about that while we meet Sue and Jill. So, Sue, you go to a quiz every week.
Yes, 4 of us girls go every Tuesday. We're called the dipsticks.
Well, that's very good. Have you ever won?
We have, actually, twice we've won.
Very good. And Jill, you have something that's jokingly now called the family heirloom table.
Well, we often used to go to sale rooms and there were 2 tables, a Pembroke table and a kitchen table covered with formica. I bid £4 for the Pembroke table, and then when we went to collect it, I bought the kitchen table instead. And my husband took the formica off, and we polished it down and sanded it, and it's in Sue's kitchen now, so...
Lovely. Well, what would you like to hear about from David?
Oh, the picture, please.
Ah, the oil painting.
This is an oil painting of a pastoral scene. Now, it's untitled, it's undated, and it's unsigned. You all picked up on that. Now, because this painting is unsigned, its attribution was in some doubt, of course, until it entered a Sotheby's auction in the 1970s, who then confirmed the attribution to the celebrated English painter of animals and rustic scenes, George Morland. He is an artist of great repute, so there is a great history attached here. But is the attribution enough to tempt you to try and bag it?
Thank you, David. I hope that's helped. Let's play round 2. Now, in this round, the pickers will select a lot to play for and the quizzers will again try and secure it by answering correctly. But this time around, the lots come with their own question categories, and here they are. So if you were going for the box, you'd be offered the choice of tennis questions or animals. At the end of this round, the team with the least valuable collection will be eliminated, so choose wisely. Sam, what would you like to pick from the grid?
I think we're going to go for the inkwell.
The inkwell, OK. Tom, would you like to answer a question on the weather or celebrity chefs?
I'll take celebrity chefs.
Celebrity chefs, here we go. What's the full name of the celebrity cook who published How to Be a Domestic Goddess?
I think that's Delia Smith.
I think it's not. It's Nigella Lawson. The inkwell stays where it is. Stuart and Elaine. Elaine, would you like to choose something from the grid?
The helmet.
The helmet? OK, the weather or Steven Spielberg, Stuart?
The weather, please.
The weather? What scientific instrument is used to measure atmospheric pressure?
A barometer.
Correct. Well done. The helmet is yours and is in your collection. Jill in Team 3, what would you like?
The centrepiece, please.
OK, Sue, the weather or the Romans?
Ooh, the weather, I think, please.
The weather? Noctilucent, nacreous and cirriform are all types of what formation?
Cloud.
Correct. There you go. It's in your collection. Now, teams, you've got the chance to collect something that you may have missed out on, something that you really covet, and it might be in someone else's collection. So from now on, you can either go for what's left on the grid, or you can steal a lot that's in a rival team's collection. Use some strategy here. Pickers, be warned, if you choose to steal from another team, they will get to choose which question your quizzer must face. Team 1, do you want to pick from the grid, or do you want to steal?
We'll steal the helmet, please.
Stealing the helmet from Stuart and Elaine. What category do you think Tom's going to have most trouble with?
The Romans.
The Romans. Tom. The Pont du Gard Bridge in France is an example of what type of ancient Roman construction?
I'll guess at aqueduct.
Yes. So the helmet comes out of Stuart and Elaine's and goes to your collection. Elaine, do you want to pick or steal?
I'd like to steal the brooch, please.
Steal the brooch from Tom and Samantha. Right, Tom and Sam, you can now confer what question category would you like to give Stuart?
We're going to go for the Romans.
The Romans. OK, Stuart. In Roman numerals, what number does L represent?
50.
It is 50, correct. The diamond brooch is yours. It's winging its way out of Tom and Sam's collection into yours. There you go. Right, Jill. are you going to pick or steal?
I'd like to steal the painting.
Steal the painting. Oh, Tom and Samantha, you are under attack here. OK, Tom and Sam, you can confer.
You guys want the Romans? Definitely not animals.
Let's test you on the Romans as well.
Romans again. OK, Sue, here you go. What was the Roman name for Scotland?
Caledonia?
Yes, Caledonia. Tom and Sam, that's being lost from your collection. It's going straight into Sue and Jill's collection. Samantha, pick or steal?
Steal, please.
What would you like to steal?
Can we have the painting back, please?
OK, Sue and Jill, what category do you want to give poor Tom?
The weather.
The weather. Here's your question. The Sirocco wind originates on which continent?
I'm going to have to guess at Africa.
It's correct. The painting is yours again. Phew, OK. Elaine, do you want to pick or steal?
I'd like to steal the painting.
OK, Tom and Sam, what question would you like to give Stuart?
Can we have Romans, please?
Still with it.
Romans it is. Which Roman emperor threatened to appoint his horse as a consul?
Nero.
It wasn't Nero. No, incorrect. It's Caligula.
That's what I meant to say.
OK, the painting stays with you, Tom and Sam. Jill, do you want to pick or steal again?
I think I'd like to steal the brooch.
From Stuart and Elaine. Right, Stuart and Elaine, what category would you like to give Sue?
The Romans again.
The Romans. Who knew they were so popular? Here we go. What general name is given to open-air venues in which ancient Romans would hold chariot races?
My mind's gone completely blank. I can only think arena.
Arena I can accept. The word we were first looking for is circus, but circus also means arena. Therefore, you have won the brooch from Stuart and Elaine. Oh, well, that is the end of a very tricky round. So let's see how the collections are looking. Tom and Sam, they have the toy clown, the painting, the watch, the bottle, the dish and the helmet. Stuart and Elaine are left with the pair of lamps. Sue and Jill have the pot, the brooch and the centrepiece. Well, for one team, it is now the end of the road. David has been keeping tabs and the team with the least valuable collection will now be eliminated. So, David, who's leaving us first?
Fern, I can reveal that the pair leaving us first today is... It's Stuart and Elaine. I'm so sorry, guys.
We are so sorry to see you go. And you are not only leaving the game, but so is that beautiful pair of lamps. I think we need to know how much they were worth and a bit more about them, please, David.
So what we have is a very playful pair of Art Deco chrome sea lion lamps. Now, they're in good working order, in decent condition, and they come at a pair which always makes things much more valuable. An Art Deco in period, so from the 1920s, from the boom time of the 20s to the bust of the 1930s. But they're still super cool today and very much the current market, but not enough to keep you in the game with a remarkably low valuation, £250.
Wow. Well, they were a beautiful object and you had a very good eye. It's just unfortunate things being stolen from you. But Stuart and Elaine, it's time to bring the hammer down on your collection and say thank you for playing for what it's worth.
Thank you.
So Stuart and Elaine have left the show and also the unclaimed items in the grid are now leaving the game too. So let's quickly find out from David what they were worth and if the top lot is still in the game.
This is where it all hots up. So first of all, the inkwell. Now this is an interesting little item. It's a brass inkwell from the 1920s. Many of these items, similar to this, of course, have been manufactured. However, this one comes with its original copper cups. Condition is super. Are you going to be disappointed it's leaving? I think not. £80. Now, moving on to the box. Now, this particular box of Persian design has been hand-painted, and you can see how intricately the design on the top has been applied. But does its heritage increase its value? Well, I think you're all going to be absolutely delighted because you've just disposed of the worthless item. Well done.
Which means, David, the top lot, worth £2,500, is still in the game.
It's still
so
there.
it's somewhere in your collections. So, teams, congratulations on getting this far. You now have one last chance to pick our experts' brains. Which lot do you need to know more about? Team 1, what would you like to hear about?
Can we hear about the centrepiece, please?
This is a Victorian cranberry glass centrepiece. Now, cranberry glass or gold ruby glass is made by adding tiny particles of gold to molten glass, meaning that more often than not, cranberry glass pieces are individually handmade and not mass-produced. Now, this particular piece is in good overall condition, although one of the arms doesn't quite fit, so it might need a little bit of restoration. However, these centrepieces retain a good commercial value. But to you guys, how much is this thing worth?
Well, I'll leave you to cogitate on that and ask Jill and Sue what they would like to hear more about.
Watch, please.
OK, you two. So here we have an early 20th century Swiss lever Masonic watch. Now, the triangular dial is made of mother of pearl and includes Masonic symbols in place of the numerals. Now, the intricacy in the detail of the dial is repeated on the casing, which is decorated with a chain around the bezel and a sapphire at the top. Similar watches can be found in silver, but this one is made of gilt metal, making it much rarer. However, remember, it's not gold. So does that help you?
Yes, thank you.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
It's now time for our final round, and at the end of it, we will have our winners. In this round, I'll show you a category and 12 possible answers. 9 of the answers are correct, 3 are not, and each of you will then take turns to choose an answer you think is correct. As it's the final round, both quizzers and pickers will play, so there's nowhere to hide. Pick a wrong answer and your opponents will be able to steal a lot from your collection. If all 9 correct answers are given, then the team who gives the final correct answer will be the winners. We'll play 3 questions in total, and the pair with the most valuable collection can choose to go first or second. So, David, who is that at the moment?
Well, I can reveal, Fern, that the team who has the most valuable collection so far is... It's Tom and Samantha.
Tom and Samantha. Have a look at this question. Knights of the Round Table. So you are looking for Knights of Camelot who, according to legend, sat at the Round Table alongside King Arthur. Now, would you like to go first with this or second?
We'll go first.
Here are the answers. 9 of those are correct, 3 of them are false. So here we go, Tom. Give me an answer.
I'll go Sir Galahad.
Sir Galahad. If it goes green, it's correct. Correct. Sue.
Sir Bedivere.
Sir Bedivere. Yes, correct. Samantha.
Sir Lamorak.
Sir Lamorak. Correct. Jill.
Sir Gareth.
Sir Gareth. Correct. Tom.
Sir Dagonet.
Sir Dagonet. Correct. Sue.
Sir Mordred.
Sir Mordred. Correct. Samantha. This is 50-50 now. 3 of those are right, 3 of them are wrong.
Let's go for Sir de Gore.
Sir de Gore. Correct.
Oh, dear.
Jill.
Sir Kay.
Sir Kay. Correct.
I can't stand the nerves
Tom?
on this.
Only 1 of those left is correct.
I've got absolutely no idea, so I've got a 25% chance. I think I'll go for Sir Lucan.
Sir Lucan. Correct. Well done. You've got all 9 correct answers, leaving those 3. Now, Sir Parry, of course, is actually a fencing move. Sir Robin is from Monty Python. And Sir Francis is Sir Francis Drake. Tom and Samantha, because you were the last people to get the last correct answer, it means you can steal from Sue and Jill. What would you like?
We are going to take back the brooch. The brooch, please.
The brooch. I'm sorry, Sue and Jill, it's leaving your collection. It's flying into Tom and Sam's. Plenty of time, though. That was only the first question. We've got another 2 to go. OK, here comes question 2, and it's your turn, Sue and Jill. Let's have a look at the question. David Bowie, top 40 singles. You need to identify the names of singles released by the late, great David Bowie, which have charted in the UK's top 40. Do you want to play first or second?
We'll say first, please.
First. Let's have a look at the answers. Sue, give me an answer.
Space Odyssey.
Space Oddity, correct. From 1969, extraordinarily enough. Tom, give me an answer.
Life on Mars.
Life on Mars. Yes, of course, it's correct. 1973. Jill.
Intergalactic.
Intergalactic. Oh, that
Not
was by the
surprised.
Beastie Boys. OK, let's have a look at which ones there are real and which ones are not. So, Princess of China is wrong, but he did have a single called China Girl, of course. Pillow Talk is Zayn Malik, and Intergalactic, as I said, is the Beastie Boys. Tom and Sam, get ready to steal. What do you want from Sue and Jill's collection?
Centerpiece, please.
The beautiful centrepiece that's going to break Jill's heart is going over to your collection. Final question, Team 1. NATO phonetic alphabet. Can you spot the real words from the NATO phonetic alphabet used by police, military and other emergency and armed forces? Tom and Samantha, first or second?
We'll go first.
First, OK, let's have a look at the answers. Tom, give me an answer.
Alpha.
Alpha. Yes, A for alpha. Sue.
Golf.
Golf. Yes, G for golf. Samantha.
Charlie.
Charlie. Yes, C for Charlie. Jill.
Echo.
Echo. course, E for Echo. Well done. Tom?
Romeo.
Romeo. Yes, R for Romeo. Sue?
Uniform.
Uniform. Yes, uniform. Samantha?
Kilo.
Kilo. Yes, K for Kilo. Jill?
Yankee.
Yankee. Yes, Y for Yankee. Tom? One correct on the board again. Which one are you going for?
Hotel.
Hotel. Yes, of course, H for hotel. Well played. Let's have a look at the wrong ones. Z is actually for Zulu, not zoo. N would normally be November, not North. And M should have been for Mike. Well played, Tom and Samantha. You may as well clean Sue and Jill out while they're here.
Yes.
They have a pot left. Would you like it?
Come on then.
I'm so sorry, Sue and Jill. The pot is leaving you. OK, that is your collections now fixed. David, can you possibly tell me who's got the collection that's the most valuable?
OK, Fern, the team with the most valuable collection, because they've effectively plundered poor Sue and Jill, is Tom and Samantha. Well done.
At this point, we would normally ask David to let you know the valuation of the things that were left in your collection, but there's nothing there.
No.
But have you enjoyed it?
Yes, thank you. Very much, thank you.
Well, we've
Yes.
thoroughly enjoyed having you as well. And thank you so much for playing For What It's Worth. Well done, Tom and Sam. You are today's very clear winners, and now all that remains is for you to claim your prize. All you have to do is pick one of the lots in your collection, and we will give you its value in cash. So, which one do you want to choose?
I think we're torn between the painting and the brooch.
I really like the painting as well. When we first went into the room, I kind of painting caught our eye.
Who wants to stare at cows behind? I'm not convinced, mate.
yeah, but-
Well, you're the best picker, that's why. We'll go with the painting.
We'll go with the painting, please,
The
Fern.
painting.
Yes.
But before we tell you what it's worth, David, what haven't they won?
Right, OK, well then, you two, let's start with the silver dish. Now, you didn't like it. You pretty much rejected it from the beginning. Let's see if you were right. So this is a beautifully fluted silver-plated dish produced by Elkington & Co. Now, Elkington & Co. was a Birmingham silverware company producing fine silverware. And get this, they supplied plated wares to the luxury dining sections of the Titanic. The dish is in very good condition. It has a domed centre. It would have primarily been used as a table centrepiece, probably housing fruit. It's £30. Well done.
Man, it sounds so lucrative.
Right, now I'm going to move on to something I cannot believe you rejected, this little fellow. We're going to talk about the toy clown. This, guys, is a wind-up clockwork toy from the German toy makers Schuko, and their early history was associated with a chap called Henrik Müller, who, as a 17-year-old, developed all these lovely ideas for toys. Now, the company's speciality was usually cars and trucks in tin, plastic and die-cast. However, they also produced other items which were much rarer, such as gnomes and clowns. So, have you rejected the big one? £150, you haven't.
We chose that first.
Right.
What were we thinking?
OK, now we're going to move on to the bottle. Now, you both love the bottle. These were hand-blown glass bottles which were used aboard ships to hold wine or brandy. On rough seas, the bottles were fashioned with a very wide bottom shape to prevent toppling, thus making the bottles look somewhat like an onion. Now, this may look like a simple item, but they are considered to be incredibly rare because, as you can imagine, many of them just don't survive today. You spotted it really well, and it has a nice, meaty value, £300.
We like that, though, didn't we?
I know. How are you feeling now?
Sam's knowledge is pretty good. All goes well so far. See how you get on with that painting.
Now we're going to move on to the centrepiece. Did you like it?
No, we didn't see any markings, so it kind of put us off, really, didn't it?
Well, yeah.
But you picked up on a lot of good points. You picked up the fact that it was blown glass. They picked up on the bubbles, that it was handmade. So you had a real good feeling for it. I think you're probably right because even though it's cranberry, it is definitely Victorian. The market has dipped quite dramatically in the last few years, so it's worth £400. So next, Fern, we're going to look at the watch. We've already talked about the watch. We've got the Masonic connection. You two, I don't think, picked up on that, but it's very, very important. Anything Masonic is highly collectible. This one's quite rare, and it's worth £500. The helmet. You both quite liked it. Now, this historical item is actually a paratrooper steel helmet. Now, the owner is unknown, but we know that this helmet would have been used in the majority of the early to late British airborne operations in World War II. Now, they saw a lot of use, chaps, on D-Day, with many photographs from the time showing soldiers wearing them. It's clearly got lots of historical value, but does it have the financial value to match it? Well, I can tell you, for an old helmet, it's worth £700. We're going to look now at the Delftware pot. You two were rejecting this in the early stages, I believe.
We couldn't see a mark in it, so we thought it might just be a generic item rather than anything.
OK. So most people felt it was Chinese. Well, Delftware is pretty much a copy of Chinese pieces because at that time we couldn't produce the fine porcelain Chinese wares, so we made this Delft in Holland and other places to copy it. But you know what? For this little pot, it has quite a decent value, and you're going to be surprised when I tell you it's worth £1,000. OK, the final item, Fern, is the brooch. I think everybody liked the brooch. We couldn't get to grips with it, but then, of course, once we discovered it was platinum and diamonds, everybody wanted it. You've rejected it. It's a cracking thing. The market loves it, and it loves it so much, somebody would very happily pay £1,500. So, what does that mean?
Well, I think it's pretty clear
Yeah.
that Tom and Sam have won the top lot.
They certainly have. Amazing.
This painting, unsigned but attributed to George Morland but unsigned, is worth...
£2,500.
You've got a very good eye, Samantha. Yes, you have. But can we tempt you to swap it for the mystery lot, which could be worth even more? Oh. Well, Tom and Sam, here it is. As things stand, you have won this painting's value in cash. We know it's the top lot. We know you have won £2,500, but the game is not over yet because David is going to tempt you with today's mystery lot.
Now, are you ready for this? You've played so well. Let's see how really good you are. So, let me try and tempt you, you two. This is a Victorian-cased meerschaum pipe smoking set with 18-carat gold mounts. And meerschaum is German for foam of the sea. This particular one is marked RD London 1853. And its mouthpiece and other fittings are made from real amber. Now, when smoked, meerschaum pipes gradually change colour over time, and you'll start to get these lovely shades of yellow, of orange, of red, and of amber working from the base upwards. Now, Tom and Sam, this is an elaborate piece and harks back to the bygone age of pipe smoking. But you've got to work out, does its unusual nature reflect in its value? Over to you.
Wow. All that's required from you now is to decide whether to take home the value of the painting from your collection or to dump it in favour of today's mystery lot, this pipe.
To be honest, I'm quite baffled and confused. It sounds fabulous, what you said about it. My gut instinct is to stick with the painting.
When I was sat back there, I thought unless something like the Turin Shroud comes out from under that, we're sticking with the painting. However, it might be a bag of magic beans. I'm always sold, but I think bird in the hand's better than two in the bush. Agreed?
I agree. I think we'll have that.
OK, that was a pretty quick deliberation. So the mystery lot is now rejected. OK, David, give them the news.
Right, OK. When you come to value something like this, you've got to think of rarity, condition and quality. This is pipe smoking. There are collectors all over the world for this kind of thing, and it's at the top level. You've got real amber, incredibly valued. You've got 18-carat solid gold. You've got its original box. It's stamped. It's dated 1853. If I'm a pipe collector, I will do anything to bag that. Guys, you have just thrown away £1,200. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Put that in your pipe and smoke
Well,
it.
exactly. You've been amazing.
Oh, 'cause I think Sherlock Holmes smoked a meerschaum,
Even
didn't
Sherlock
he?
Holmes wouldn't be able to afford that.
Wow.
Stunning piece.
Well, you've played without fault, absolutely without fault. Today, Tom and Sam are going home with £2,500. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's really wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Tom. It's just marvellous. What will you do with the money?
We said if we were fortunate enough to get to the end, we'd look to buy, for when Sam goes over to the Olympics, some sticks to go and hand out, really, to the kids.
Poppy sticks.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful thing. Thank you both so much. And good luck with the Olympics, of course. A wonderful Tom and Sam.
Amazing.
Thank you very much, as always, for handing us all your expertise and knowledge there. We'll see you next time.
Brilliant.
And very much looking forward to seeing you next time when more teams will be trying to spot the lot to win the lot on for what it's worth. See you next time. Goodbye for now. Really fantastic.